All right, I think we are.
We are.
Live. I think so. Here, let me fiddle around here with this. Yeah, see, I got feedback. All right, now I think I'm paused over there. Let's get back to this Chizzy chat. All right. Are we? Everybody said, I know. Nodak says, what?
What?
That's sexy. What happened?
He has a guest.
Yeah. What's up, Georgia Rebel? Well, there goes the neighborhood. That's right, outfield. How did I wake you up from asleep, Mad Sexy? Jeez. All right. I know, Tardot. What the hell's going on? I even got a Gizzy Garrett and a Gizzy Garrett. Gizzy Garrett. Hey, who wants a link, man? I'm linked. This son of a bitch is linkable. Who wants it? We'll get everybody in this son of a bitch. We'll do this right. Do you guys ever sleep? No. No, we don't. Oh, we can go. Camera on. There you go. How you doing? Jazzy. What's happening? Link you. All right, let's see. Now this is like the test run. I did some hangouts with the wife and Gary, playing around here, trying to learn some stuff. So I'm not running super fast here. I only had this computer for a few hours. So here we're gonna do. Let's see here. Outlaw Hatfield. Invite. Tardot, I don't know that I've ever been in a chat with you. I'm not sure it's going to come up. It's not. I'll need your email. Gizzard, can you... do you have Tardot's email? Or Tardot, you want to put it in the chat? If you don't mind. If you're okay putting it in the chat, go ahead.
I think I do. I know I have gunpowder. Let's see. Tardot, yeah, I got his email.
Yeah. Link him, and then we can... There you go. Never mind. He put it in there. Tardot.
On its way.
357 at Gmail.
Alan B. Pro. Alan,
there it is. Bang. There you go, homie. AlanBPro at gmail.com. Let's get all the idiots in here.
If you got Alan, you need me to get it.
I got it.
Okay.
I think.
You think?
Is there a space between the B? Yeah. AlanBPro at. Still getting used to this keyboard, man.
Yeah, you're moving on up. Got yourself a computer now. What the heck?
Yeah, I know. And yeah, I'm getting used to the keyboard. The keys are a little close together than what I'm used to. You know what I mean? So it's like kind of hunting and pecking. Alan, oh, that's not an email. Alan, God damn it. I think I saw it in here.
There's RL.
Yeah, RL should be in here. RL Sear. There you go. Alan, I could have swore I had your email.
I think I did.
Just drop the link in the chat. No way. Who the hell knows who will show up in here? Outlaw will probably show up in here. Jeez. Outlaw. I did send it email. What is it? Outlaw Hatfield at what, Gmail? Or The Outlaw? The Outlaw Hatfield. Here it is. Ellis Hatfield at gmail.com.
There goes the room. RL showed up.
Oh, shit.
Alan, I sent you a link.
Chatty cat. What's going on? I'll tell you what, I'm not even 100% sure how to send links that yet. You know what I mean? Like there's a link at the bottom right. You
can email your links too.
Right. Well, yeah, I think I can do that because I can invite, but to actually get the... RL's trying to get his headphones.
On mine at the top of the Hangouts, there's a web address, and you can just copy and paste that.
Oh, the
Depend-
WWE Hangouts. Oh, okay.
Google.
Yeah, depending on what your device is, what your computer is,
Hmm.
that little plus person button, you can click that.
Oh,
and it
that's
should
what I've
bring
been
up a
doing.
window. It'll bring up a window. Now,
Yep.
to the right, there should be
Gotcha.
like a little web address bar, and to the right of it, it has the little Gmail icon.
Yes.
Just click that, and it automatically opens your email. And you just type your emails in that you're trying to send them to.
Okay, cool. What's new with you? That's weird looking. All right. Yeah, this is just get your wife. Yeah, my wife was in. I don't know. She's upstairs with the. She's upstairs. She might be asleep
She's
now.
listening to my wife, I believe.
Oh, is she? Okay.
She's patronizing somebody else's chat. Oh no.
Patronizing or patronizing? Different things. Very cool. Yeah, so this is kind of a work in progress. This could just be like a little bit of bullshit here and there and trying to figure some stuff out.
Now the chat's really gone to hell.
Why is that?
Neighborhood.
We got Alan.
Oh yeah.
There he is. So Gizzard sent it to you. Cool. Okay. What's going on, Alan? How you doing, buddy?
How is it going tonight?
It's going, man. No,
Congratulations.
hey, Bob.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we went and picked well, it was actually kind of this crazy story. The Gizzard was on with me the other night trying to help me out. We actually went and got an HP and got it all set up, and it must be I looked it up afterwards, and HPs tend to have this weird issue with certain lighting. Everything had like a like I'm wearing a black shirt now. It was like lavender, like purple, and my face was like super washed out. It was really weird. They thought it was a defective product. I took it back. I was on tech support 3 times, went back, got another one, brought it back, same thing. So there's something with they said it's their IR receptors or some shit. I don't know. Super weird. So I went back and got a different brand, and this one's I got an Asus. So this one's working.
Maybe we were
good.
just too pale and washing out the camera.
Well, that's part of it. Yeah, that's part of it. Is they said it could have had something to do with that, not being able to focus in on everything that's going on at once, like the different, your shirt versus your face versus all this stuff. But literally, like Gary saw it, it literally looked like my shirt was like lavender. It was really wild. And I was on tech support for a couple hours. They actually had me do a total system reboot, and they're like, "Oh, that'll fix it," and it didn't. So I was like, "All right, I'm done fucking around. I'm gonna spend up, however much on a computer and have it not be able to work in certain lighting. That's crazy,
Yeah. Go ahead, Tardot.
Oh, I was just say my experiences with HP have been hit and miss, and I've got an HP right now, so that says a lot. Because our camera on ours, it's not color issues. Ours just doesn't focus for crap.
Yeah, I had the same thing happen. It kept trying to like find things, you know what I mean? Like, because I have the backdrop, the curtains behind me. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, it was really weird. So, and they actually took control of, remotely of the laptop twice, and tried to go in and find some setting that wasn't set right, and they couldn't do it. So I was like, dude, if you guys don't know how to fix it, I'm not fucking with it. It was just weird.
Yeah.
Now,
laptop cameras are definitely not the best always. They just aren't. But it's been hit or miss too with me with HPs. The what you ended up picking up, I ended up picking one of those up for my son, and that thing ran forever. He ended up finally having to upgrade it just to be able to dump Windows 10 onto it.
That's what. Yeah, this came with Windows 10, which is weird. Like, we haven't had a laptop for, I don't know. I mean, we haven't for a couple of years now. It's so different, man. It's like crazy trying to find my way around it, And this is pretty cool because it's got the touch screen, and it actually folds back as like to be used as a tablet too. So it's pretty cool, man. It's got some bells and whistles, So it's pretty neat.
Mohawk boy has a computer.
I know, right? It's nice.
I'm impressed.
Absolutely impressive. I mean, you can have panels now, and you can allow people in your chats like me that just like bring train wrecks.
I know. You can do all my voiceovers for me now. That'll be nice. You can do can do John Z. We need to get John Z in a talk off.
Does that mean I can, insult you in person instead of having to type it out?
Well, you could always insult me in person. You can just call me on the hangout and yell at me all you want.
No, I've tried that. You never show up.
That's true. It's tough. It's tough to catch me.
Well, he's a busy man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know it's
the roach coach is kind of difficult.
Those Waffle Houses, man. I'll tell you what. When you're flipping pancakes 24/7 in a place, that's a son of a bitch. I'll tell you. Hit or miss Tuesday nights 9 o'clock, right, Mad Sexy? So hit or miss one more, and yeah, we don't need Jonas here. We don't need that kind of trouble.
What kind of computer did you get yourself?
It's an Asus.
Nice.
The chick we were looking at a Dell and we were looking at an HP. We went with the HP, and the camera just had all sorts of trouble. I don't know. You probably didn't hear. Took it back, got another one, and it was not defective. It's just sucked. It just didn't work in the lighting. And I found some stuff online about it, and other people bitched about it too. They said, "Oh, if I have this kind of light bulb in, it doesn't look right." And it's just weird that it would be so thin. I'm like, it's 2018, right? I mean, you know what I mean? And you want me to not have a certain kind of light bulb and a light in my house because the camera won't work right? That's just goofy. So I went with this bad boy, and I think it's pretty good. It seems to be a nice crisp picture,
Yeah, it looks pretty good. One cool thing I did find out not too long ago when I was talking about my camera problems was there's little apps you can download now that will link your cell phone, and you can use that as a webcam.
Oh, that's cool. To just do it like Bluetooth.
Pretty much. It sets up an IP address for your phone.
Yeah, the problem I was having with the links you were sending me was you hit that add now button at the top. Well, what that did was send it to my phone and my tablet, not my computer.
Yeah, that's why links have to be sent to me via email, because if they go any other way, they just go to my phone, and you definitely don't want that experience. That's horrid.
Yeah, well, I do that sometimes at work. These chats on my phone, it's a pain in the ass.
RL says he's still up, barely. He's barely driving.
I don't know. I watched RL put together that model the other day, and I thought he was going to beat it to death with that hammer.
I was thinking the same thing. I was about cringing when he started taking a hammer to the end of that dang thing.
That didn't bother me as much as when he started using that bit. I was like, holy shit, he's going to break something.
Well, there ain't much to worry about. It's not like gunpowder taking a hammer to something. So, if she was doing it, I'd be a lot more concerned.
My dad always said, if you can't fix it the first time, get a bigger hammer. And he couldn't fix shit.
Well, in RL's defense, he's right. He was using a Russian armorer's tool, a hammer.
Yeah, that's all you need. That's what I used to always busted my buddies nuts about with ARs and stuff. I was like, I was online today, and they had a sale on parts kits that are easily lost or broken. I was like, do you really want a rifle where you have to buy a parts kit where the easily lost or broken parts? That doesn't evoke confidence in the weapon, does it?
Well, see, back when I was a kid, my grandpa used to say, if you can't fix it with duct tape and a hammer, it ain't broke. So
yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah, but back when you were a kid, those were the only tools known to man.
Well, this is true. By the way, fuck you.
Hey, I was to say, nice. around our parts, in Texas, and I'm sure it's the same up there with Hatfield, that's still the only tools around.
I ain't
WD-40 too.
Now, next thing I
Oh,
got to
yeah.
do is I
3
got
or
to
more.
figure out how to embed this into gun channels and open up a third window, I guess, right?
That's pretty easy because you just got to go into YouTube, hit your share button, and then it'll give you a little spot where you click that says embed, copy the
Right.
code, and you just got to go to your source code on gun channels and paste it.
See, I've never been on gun channels on a real computer, so I mean, I just gotta learn where everything is. You know what I mean?
It's a bit different.
Yeah.
Well, the
mean-
biggest thing to do over on the gun channels is remember to copy the links. And when you're sending a private message to somebody over on gun channels, just post that link in the box. You're good to go. Anybody that's there will get it if they're online.
I just posted a link to this chat over in the gun channels lobby too.
I'll have to well, I'll have to get one of you guys to like maybe walk me through it or something, you know, like on a private chat or something, just to
Yeah.
sort of, it's nice to have somebody like walk you through it the first time, you know what I mean?
It really didn't take much to figure it out
Yeah.
if you've got a little bit of computer knowledge.
Yeah. Well, I flip flapjacks, bro. Oh, flipping them flapjacks.
That still might qualify. You never know.
That's right.
You must make pretty good money flipping flapjacks. You bought a brand new computer with it.
Shit. It's been years since we had one. Just eventually it just becomes one of those things that you got to do, you know what I mean? Well, yeah, it is pretty amazing what you can do on your phone now. It's pretty nuts.
Well, I'm thinking about upgrading mine. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I've got to upgrade my phone. I get a message probably 20 times a day that I don't have enough room to upgrade the apps that I have on there, and I barely have shit on that dang phone.
Yeah, I got everything on my phone. Next thing I gotta do is get everything you know, put onto the cloud and get it off my damn phone and free up some space.
See, I'm going the hard drive route. I'm going to be buying some external hard drives and just transferring from my phone to my computer to the hard drive.
Yeah, we have one floating around here, but we didn't have a computer to use it with, so I got to find the goddamn thing. It's probably in the back of a closet somewhere. I think it's a terabyte.
Yeah,
So
I do that with
lots
all
of
my
room.
videos. All my videos are backed up onto a hard drive. I've got one hard drive for all my raw video, nothing that has been edited yet. And then I actually have a separate hard drive for the edited video before it gets posted.
well, I have an update for you guys. Anybody that cares to hear it. The 357 was shipped out the day before yesterday, so Monday I should have it.
That was that Ruger GP100, right? Or was that something else?
That was the
That's
Awesome.
a good. That's at the top of the list for revolvers for a lot of people, man. I feel the same way. I think it's nice. They're sharp looking, man.
for $629. I couldn't pass that up.
Yeah.
And that was out the door. That was,
No, that's a good deal. I mean, there's a lot of places that sell their SP101s for that price.
Yeah.
and here's the thing, though. I could have got it. I didn't get it from Grab a Gun like I normally do. I got it from Sportsman Outdoor Superstores. And the reason I did, because they were actually going to be cheaper than Grab a Gun.
I've had two experiences with Grab a Gun. One of them was totally goofy and ridiculous, and the other one was really good. I got my Savage 308 through them, and it was quick. They were on the ball. But I actually ordered what the hell did I order from them? Oh, a grip for my AK, and it was a zoo, man. It was a clusterfuck. It was crazy. Like, it never showed up. And they said they were going to mail it, never mailed it. Called them back, said they had no idea that I even made the order. Like, it was crazy. It was nuts. And I think I had to call them 3 times till they sent it. I got one in the mail, and then like 2 days later, I got another one. I called them and I said, "Hey, I ordered one, I paid for one, and I got 2." And I was like, you know, I'm a pretty honest guy. You know what I mean? I was like, hey, you know, send me a shipping label or whatever. I'll ship this thing back. The guy said, oh, thanks. I appreciate that. That's good. You know, good of you or whatever. And never sent me the label. I gave it like a week. Never emailed it. Called him again. The guy said, oh, yeah, okay, I'll do that right now. I heard him bang on the computer. He said, okay, there, it should be in your email momentarily. I was like, okay, cool. Thanks, no problem. Never showed up. So, fuck it, I got an extra AK-47 grip if anybody wants to buy it. I'm like, I'm not calling you guys a third time to give you your mistake back.
That should be a giveaway thing, dude.
I was just about to say
There you
that's
go.
how you earn giveaway items.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're getting we're gonna hopefully get a PO box here within this week, so we can start doing some stuff like that. I gotta find a thing. I think I still have it. You know what? It's possible that I gave it to my brother-in-law, but I'll have to look around for it.
As many purchases as I've made from Grab and Gun, and I've made a few. The only issue I ever had was when I bought the AR back in December. The day I paid it off, they said, okay, we're shipping it out. It should be tomorrow. I said, okay. Well, I waited a week and never heard anything. So I called them up. Oh, shit, we didn't ship it. Whoever you was talking to, I guess, forgot to put in the system that it was paid and needed to be shipped. So, and that was, I mean, they were very nice about it. And I'll tell you how nice they were. They actually sent me the wrong gun. They sent me the better one than the one I ordered. I ain't going to complain about it, though.
Yeah. I mean, that's, and that's, you know, I mean, it's tough when you want to, at some point, you just say, yeah, screw it. I'm keeping it. I'm doing whatever, you know. You can't beg a business to do good business sometimes. You know?
Well, damn, it sounds like I need to start ordering stuff from Grab and Gun and getting some some accidental free stuff here.
I know that sounded like a
I'll tell you.
serving suggestion.
Yeah. Calling them and dealing with them 6 times to get a grip. I don't know that it was worth it, but their prices are pretty good. Now it's weird because they have different places that they ship from. That's how they kind of save the money here and there, is they have, I guess, different warehouses throughout the country. So when you go on their website, it'll give you different prices for the same gun depending on where it is and where you are. Because the shipping, I guess, I don't know. It's real weird. I don't know.
I'll tell you what it is. They will have like this Savage Patrol model that I've got. There's actually 2 different versions of that rifle. And they will have them both set up at just a few dollars difference between the 2. And if you're not careful, you're going to get the lesser one, which won't have certain upgrades instead of the one you really want.
Mm-hmm.
Like I made originally. I had, and I didn't find out this till after I ordered it. I had actually ordered the cheaper one, thinking that it was the upgrade. I wasn't paying attention to what the hell I was doing. But when they shipped it, they shipped me the upgrade. I ain't complaining.
Yeah, it can't be that. And there's a request out in the chats and for Mad Sexy, so I'll give it a shot. I'll do it in my best voice here. Bacon. How's that? That was my breathy bacon voice. Bacon. Now you can go to bed there, sweet prince.
You have to do bacon. Dude, come on.
You sound like Star Screamer, Outlaw. You got a little crackle.
Oh, he sounds like Crackle.
You're a robot.
Robot. Crackle robot.
I don't see how that's possible. I got a damn good connection tonight, and there ain't nobody else awake. So
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, I'll tell you what. Were you in the house the whole time?
yeah,
I was just wondering because on my phone, every once in a while, like if I jump on a Hangout, on the way home or something, if I'm still in the parking garage a little bit, it won't. It's really weird. Like you'd think the connection would fix itself, but it doesn't. If I get a connection that's a little crackly, and then leave and drive home, it'll be crackly the whole way home. It's super weird. Ozark says, got a food question for you. Have you heard of shirataki noodles? And what are some ways to fix them? Shirataki. I have heard of shirataki, but I'm not 100% sure what they are off the top of my head. That could be. I don't know if that's a type of noodle. Now that I'm on a computer, I can Google it. Here.
Open up another tab. Yeah.
Fuck that. I'll just use my phone. I'm faster on my phone than this computer.
The freedom you have now that you got a computer.
I got the power in front of me, but
You're going to start doing the same thing I do. I've got a tablet on my left side, my phone on my right side, and the computer right in the middle.
Well, I know it says shirataki noodles, but
shirataki,
is that actually is that something different than shiitake mushrooms?
Yeah, they're different. I just looked it up. It's a yam noodle. So yeah, they're when you look at Karen Gilland, can I join the chat on Google Hangouts? Karen, my name just got a food boner. I'm gonna hold on with the guys that I got right now, just because I don't have a whole lot of experience. So I'm sort of practicing with these dudes for now. That's cool, because I'm still finding my way around here.
Oh, you're doing a fine job.
Yeah, I was playing with the screen share and all that kind of stuff earlier with Giz. So it's pretty cool. I'm a random kid online. I'm Australian. Just because you're Australian? No, I'm just kidding, buddy. I'll tell you what. Are you a member? You need to go join gunchannels.com there, homie. Hop on one of the lobby chats. That's a good way to get your feet wet. And how the heck did you find this chat? That's the biggest question. Who let this outlaw? Did you leave the screen door open?
Of course.
Oh, you bastard. Who else is oh, it's Vlog V. What's his name? Shoot.
Vandalista.
Yeah, Vandalista Vlogs. He's Australian too, isn't he? You're searching Google Hangouts, so just to see what's live.
You know what? I feel sorry for the Australians.
Or is he? He's not Australian, is he?
Is
he? Yeah.
Yeah, Vandalista is, because I always remember him coming up, and it's like 5 p.m. here, and he's telling us it's like 8 p.m. the next morning, or 8 a.m. the next morning.
Yeah, it's something crazy. He must drive a DeLorean. Oh, anyway, noodles. We were talking about noodles. Yeah, they're coming up as a I am mate. I am mate. Like my grandpa was in when my grandfather was in the Marines, he was in Australia for a little while. He loved it. He was weird though. He liked the heat. He was in the Pacific also. He used to always say, "It was never too hot for me," and I'm like, "Oof, screw that." The yams are they're yam noodles. So they're a noodle that's going to be made out of a potato starch. So they kind of look like a rice noodle, but generally those kind of noodles are a little different in texture. But you're asking how to cook them. Usually you cook them just like a rice noodle. Kind of soak them ahead of time, or cook them in a broth and serve them in a broth. The biggest thing you got to worry about with noodles like that is if you don't do them with enough moisture, they just turn into a big rubbery Super Bowl block of noodles, and that's no good for nobody. But there's lots of different. If you go to the Asian market, there's all sorts of different kinds of noodles. You see, and colors. You can find like purple yam noodles and all sorts of stuff. It's pretty cool.
And what is your favorite kind of noodle?
I love udon. Have you ever had udon?
No.
Oh, I love them. It's usually you can get them dried too, but they suck. You go to a market, and a lot of times they're in the frozen food section or the frozen section, and they're really thick. Almost the size of like a pencil, like a number 2 pencil. But they're really, really tender. And they're a wheat noodle. They're made out of flour. But they're really tender, and some people hate them. It's either a love it or hate it kind of thing, I think, because they are kind of soft and kind of gummy almost, but they're really cool.
Like a Chef Boyardee noodle.
It's not that it's overcooked; they're just really tender. It's kind of a different thing. Like when you get like a canned noodle where it's like mushy.
Sort of like your head.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
You
empty.
gotta remember though, I think you're talking to a bunch of people that are used to, ramen noodles, stuff like
pretty
that.
much.
Well, udon, you can get udon in a package just like ramen too. So it's actually kind of a same thing. You just take it, boil it, throw the packet in it, and you're good to go. It's just it happens to be a quote unquote like a fresh noodle and not a dry noodle.
But it's
Ozark saying, can you get
when it's
the
been dried.
CS Baloo says they look like tapeworms. The dried ones do because they're flat. They look like linguine. Yeah. Ozark says, can you get flavor packets for them like the ones that come in ramen? Yeah. Yeah, they come in the same kind of packets. Except they're
like
not.
pad thai?
What's that?
Is it kind of like pad thai?
Pad thai is a rice noodle. Pad thai is rice, a rice noodle that's like flat like a linguine. Yeah. Udon is round.
I have a food question for you.
Oh well, there you go. On the guy.
Who was the jackass that came up with the idea of fried macaroni and cheese?
What are you talking about? That shit's awesome.
I was say whoever it is a genius.
No, he's a fucking idiot. Have you ever
Mac
tried
and cheese casserole, man. You can do mac and cheese anything.
frying pan after they fried macaroni and cheese in it?
Here, I just learned how to mute Hatfield. So he doesn't talk to
Somebody looked at a bowl of mac and cheese and went, how can I make this even harder on my heart? Oh,
It was probably somebody at the Texas State Fair knowing that place.
Yes. Some of that stuff's pretty brutal.
Yeah, some of the stuff that you get at the state fair, that right there, that's cardiac on a stick.
Well, I'll put it to y'all this way: the Texas State Fair every year is what can we fry? They've had fried Coke, fried Dr. Pepper, fried Oreos, fried mac and cheese, fried, I think just fried chocolate, different things. Fried mashed potatoes and steak fried. Oh yeah, the Sunday that was mashed potato and steak. Yeah.
Fine Ape. Soba noodles are buckwheat and wheat combined. Somen, S-O. Hatfield, you son of a bitch.
I think y'all are having a competition here.
Muting the host now.
Piece of shit. I got an eject button. Don't forget. I'll bounce you out the top of this convertible. Boing.
The Batmobile ejection seat, right?
That's right. Nah, man, the best bat thing that I've ever seen. I remember when I was a kid watching it. There was an episode, and it was the old Adam West Batman, and he was not hanging from, but he was on the ladder, like one of those rope ladders.
Repellent.
Yep, that's it.
He
was
on
the
repellent.
Yep, he was in the bottom of this rope ladder under a helicopter, and the helicopter dipped him into the ocean. And when he came out of the ocean, he had like a foam rubber shark hanging off of his leg, and it was so funny because he would shake his leg, and that's what made the shark move. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't animatronic or anything; it was just made out of like foam rubber. So you could see him like wiggling his leg to make the shark look like it was alive, and then whipped out the old shark repellent out of the old bat belt and sprayed him, and he fell off. I was like, oh my god, this show.
You know what though? If not for that show, we probably would have not had the Justice League or the Justice Friends, those old shows. Super Friends from the 80s.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's it's awesome. I mean,
Adam West was doing the voices for those cartoon shows too.
Yeah, he did. Well, he was doing that. He was doing that all the way up until he died with Family Guy or American Dad.
So, That show was actually groundbreaking for what it was at that point in time in history. You know, that's when comic books had the issue with, they couldn't show too much violence, or they couldn't show too much of this or too much of that. So that's why you see all the blams and pals on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty crazy.
fun. It was campy and it was fun.
Alan's out there in the chat says the Iowa State Fair, they do butter carvings. Ever see a life-size cow made out of butter? They do that at the farm show in Harrisburg too here.
Oh, it is crazy. Some of the things that these guys make out of butter is just absolutely immense. I was blown away to see, life-size farm animals made strictly out of butter.
Yeah, they do it here too. They have it in like a glass enclosed like room that you can walk, it's circular, so you can walk around it or whatever. But yeah, they do that. They do it here too. They have a theme every year. It's nuts.
Starting to sound like we need like a Gun Channel State Fair tour or something going on.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, as much of the weird stuff as I like goofy food, and I'll try just about anything, I'm not a huge fan of some of the fried stuff, man. I just like the fried Oreo. Meh, I don't like it.
Don't go to the Texas State Fair, man, because that's the big deal there is they will fry anything and they will fry everything.
Do you like funnel cakes?
Yeah, I love funnel cake.
Okay.
And that's the thing, like I do, and there's some stuff that I really do like, but it's just some of them I just don't think turn out great fried. Like when I had the first time I had a fried Oreo, I thought, oh, this is going to be awesome, but the Oreo in the inside just turned so soft, it just didn't have, I didn't really dig it.
Oh, I'll guarantee you, there's some weird ones. Like when I thought deep fried Coke and deep fried Dr. Pepper was just the weirdest thing I'd ever heard, but I don't know how they pulled it off.
They freeze it.
I'm trying to figure out how they fry ice cream.
Same thing. They freeze it, they roll it in something, and then they just deep fry it real quick. It's usually like cornflakes or something goofy like that,
Yeah.
I tell you what I love is corn dogs, deep fried corn dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know it's a heart attack waiting to happen, but that's fine. It's almost worth it.
Yeah.
Well, we're all going to die someday, so you might as well enjoy it along the way.
Might as well be tomorrow, right?
That's what my uncle used to always say. He said, hell, you got to die of something, kid.
No, one of the smartest things that people say when they get older, my grandpa used to say it, can't take it with you. When you talk about money, people that live their whole life and die with a whole truckload of money in the bank and nobody ever got to use it or have fun with it,
Uh-oh, Clover's on.
What the crap, he says?
Clover. What the crap?
He needs a...
I'm working on that. I'll work on that. We need to practice here. So Clover should be in there already, right? Right. There you go.
Yeah, Clover's the expert.
Bang, boom, pow.
Expert.
Clover is a genius.
Now, Clover, I got to tell you that potty mouth that you got there in the side chat, I'm not 100% sure that I approve that.
Hey, he's got a mod ranch. I can't.
Yeah, that crap stuff.
Can't do nothing about it, huh?
Nope, can't do nothing about it.
He was probably going to the refrigerator for a late night snack, and phone started going bananas. He's like, what the hell? Fried cheesecake I've done fine, Abe. Fried cheesecake turns out pretty good.
Oh, I love me some fried cheesecake, man.
I just love cheesecake in general. I got a cousin who she works in a bakery, and she just she'll make cheesecake with Oreo crust and everything else handmade, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah,
we keep trying to convince her she needs to move to Texas.
We're doing one now at the restaurant with like a chocolate cheesecake. It's It's good. It's not super sweet, you know. So.
Have you ever had a blackberry cheesecake? Those things are.
Yeah, there you go. Late night PB&J. I'll tell you what, PB&J is one of those things that you just cannot, you never outgrow, man. I'm a toast. I like to toast. I like to do them on toast. Like I toast the bread and do a PB&J. I like that. But
You gotta add a little cinnamon to it.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Is she sick?
No, I have had fried PB&J at the state fair. Now that was pretty awesome.
We do it at the restaurant. We do it for our brunch menu. We take a half of a PB&J sandwich and then we we do these donuts that are it's a batter, almost like a funnel cake. You know what I mean? Like it's a drop batter or whatever. We just scoop them into and they puff up. We just smear that around the outside and throw the goddamn thing right in a deep fryer. That was kind of a challenge one time from an employee. They're like, "How are you deep fry a PB&J?" And I was like, "I bet you I could."
How about a deep fried peanut butter banana sandwich?
Yeah. We actually, I'll tell you what, what's better than peanut butter and banana is Nutella and banana.
See, I don't like Nutella. I can't stand it.
Well,
Nutella's great.
Nutella is kind of like hipster peanut butter, but it's pretty good. Like it makes you want to wear
real good
makes
when
you
it's
wanna
all
wear skinny
nice,
jeans.
warm and moist. Nutella does better, I think, when it's warm.
Yeah.
I don't like hazelnuts. I think that's the issue.
CS Baloo says, "Wouldn't a half a sandwich just be a small sandwich?" No, because then it only has crust on 3 sides, you damn fool.
So wait, we were talking about banana just a second ago and frying it. Now, isn't it Banana Foster or something like that? Is like fried bananas or something like that?
Yeah, kind of. You take, you do fresh bananas, brown sugar, butter. It's almost like a caramel kind of, and then you flambe it with banana liqueur and rum. Yeah.
I say that stuff's pretty good itself.
Oh yeah,
I enjoy anything with rum.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we do a lot of creme brulee specials, just for fun. You know, we have one on the menu, and then I'll just do whatever every couple of days. We'll do one, and a creme brulee with make like bananas Foster or just like if you go on and watch my butterscotch video, the very first video I did, if you just take that and throw in some chunked up bananas, like that's slamming, you know. Or the apples. I did the apples in that too, basically. If you just take that and chop it up and mix it in with like a creme brulee batter and bake it, it's slamming. That's an awesome dessert. Vegemite and sardines, Clovertac says. Sardines I used to eat as a kid.
Sardines.
Vegemite I had one. I tried it once. It's pretty brutal. It's pretty rough.
Salty as shit. It looks like tar.
Yeah, it's real thick.
Oh, I used to do the canned sardines and then the canned oysters or whatever it is you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty weird stuff.
You take you take canned sardines and some saltine crackers, and you got a perfect sandwich right there.
I'll tell you what is this is a weird when you talk about weird combinations. Anchovies and mashed potatoes. Like, you know, yeah, it's like salty and yeah, it's really it's a weird one. Like chopping them up in there. Potted meat sandwich, Gizzard says. Like Spam.
Hey, yeah, you can't put down Spam there because that's good stuff.
I don't eat Spam, but I will eat potted meat. There's a big difference between the two.
Yeah, potted meat's actually good.
Spam's disgusting.
I'm really good with either Spam or potted meat, but Spam and eggs is awesome.
Because I like Vienna sausage too. That's good stuff.
Spam is like a big deal in the Hawaiian Islands. A lot of people don't know that. They make like sushi out of it, and they do poke bowls, like almost like poke. I can't remember what they're called, but it's like rice bowls, like poke, but with Spam. And Spam and eggs is like a huge thing over there. It's all a leftover from World War II.
For the longest time, Spam was like only meat that you could actually get on the islands. And so they got really, really good at making all kinds of different things with Spam. And yeah, I'm a fan. You could do all kinds of crazy things with Spam.
It tastes good.
It's it was from back in World War II with all the rations and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, there wasn't they couldn't import anything to the island, so that's what they were dropping off there just because it lasted forever and it just could have integrated itself into the culinary culture. So it's really funny. You go to these like especially like street food, you go to these little places on the street and it's there's recipes for Spam and eggs and Spam, all this weird stuff. And people are like, what the hell? It makes sense. It's pretty cool. It's actually really kind of a neat story, Yeah. Especially if you sear it hard. Like if you do it in like a pan and slice it and sear it, it's really good.
Okay, so here's a question for you. What kind of fish makes the best sandwiches?
I'll tell you. I don't know. You and I were talking about catfish, I think, the other day, right? I love catfish.
Yeah, so do I.
Absolutely love catfish. It's nice. It's got a good texture to it. It's not too soft and flaky, like it doesn't want to fall apart on you, and it's got that sweetness to it. Georgia Rebel, I'll see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. That makes it. Catfish makes a great sandwich.
Oh,
I mean, tilapia is always a good one. Cod is nice. People like cod because it's like that large flake. So if you batter it, it's nice and tender inside. But
have you ever baked catfish? Like I've baked it before, and like with lemon pepper and squeeze a little lemon juice over the top of it. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially nowadays with the farm raised stuff that you can get, it's real clean.
Mm-hmm.
It's really like a nice, like light pink, white flesh. It's good stuff.
And see, I was about to say here, we've done a little bit of everything with catfish here because we catch it like crazy around these parts.
Walleye is good too.
Oh yeah, I caught it when I was a kid. Yeah, I fished a lot. I fished a lot when I was a kid. So yeah, I've been there.
Gunpowder's got an uncle who's up in Oklahoma who does catfishing every day, and he'll come back with like a freaking 20-gallon cooler full of it.
Mm.
Have you ever
I love Channel Cat, man. Channel Cat is awesome.
Have you ever tried flathead?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to get a lot of catfish out of the lakes and around Arizona. I used to get a lot of catfish out of there. But back when I lived in California, we used to do a lot of trout and a lot of bass.
Yeah. Those are saying walleye. Clovertech saying crappie. The walleye is really good.
He was saying crappie. He was telling us the status of the chat.
Or maybe he's on his mobile and he's on the toilet. Maybe he's pooping.
He's just letting us know what he's doing at the time.
Yeah. Yep. Well, let's see. We'll see here in a couple minutes if he says pee pee.
Hey, Clover, crappie is nothing but catfish meat. That's all crappie.
There's a lot of work to getting. I mean, they do get pretty big, I guess. But when you start talking about those little guys, yeah, there's not a whole lot of meat on them.
So it depends on where you fish for them. But we've got some bigger in the big lakes around here.
Yeah, they do get. It's like anything else. I guess it grows to its environment. They get pretty big.
Yeah, the crappie that we used to catch, that stuff was just like bait trash fish. When you pulled that line up and you saw crappie on there, you got all disappointed. You're like, oh man,
that's a drum around here.
The little ones make good catfish bait.
Oh yes.
See, where I work, and typically you see pictures of nuclear power plants, and they have those big towers. Those cooling towers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, mine doesn't have that. We actually have a lake that we dammed up around our plant. And there's public fishing out on there too. And there's just a ton of water, 20, 30 foot deep, and real good fishing because for 10 years or so, they didn't allow anybody to fish on it. It's full.
So wait, you're talking out by the nuclear power plant?
Yeah.
Y'all getting some 3-eyed fish and stuff like that?
Oh, every once in a while, you just got kind of watch. You know?
I was just about to say they had to wait until they got rid of the three-eyed fish, and once they got rid of them, then they opened it up.
Well, see, the way it works is because you have a hot water discharge on one side, and then it has to travel around baffle dikes before it goes back into the input. So even in the cooler weather, there's warm water in that lake on one side, so it's really good for the fish and stuff.
Heard that. Warm dike discharge. Heard that. Gotcha, Gary.
Yeah, I say real quick. I say, did anybody else giggle when he said hot water discharge?
See, on that lake, you don't even have to have a light to fish it dark. The lake itself just glows.
You just need a rifle. There's 22. You just sit down on the bank and pluck them off.
Go hillbilly. Just drop some dynamite down in the lake.
Oh, boy.
I've never done that.
It's a huge lake. I don't know if that'd do much good.
But we used to throw M80 firecrackers in little creeks to get minnows to fish with.
Were they creeks or cricks?
Well, they were creeks.
Oh, okay.
Unless you were my mother, and then it was a creek.
Yeah, we got a lot of creek versus crick up here, too. The old, it just depends on where you are.
Oh, hell, we got creek versus crick in this household.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that. Like, it's funny because sometimes you grow up, and when you grow up and you hear them both ways, or either way, sometimes in the same community, some of the old timers will say something different or say it differently. Then when you think about it and you think like, okay, which do I say? Like, you try and figure out which one sounds right. It's like that.
It's sort of like lever and lever.
I was gonna say it's just like lever and lever, yeah. And I've had that conversation in my own damn head sometimes. I'm like, which one do I say? You don't even.
The creek and the crick issue are very, very easy. A creek has water flowing through it. A crick is what you have when you wake up with that pain in your back in the morning. I got a crick in my back, but I'm going to go down to the creek and do some fishing.
Well, to put it in perspective for this household, Gunpowder's dad, his family's from Oklahoma, and it's climb a tree and down at the creek.
And that creek's over yonder, just past Demdar Hills, right?
Demdar?
Pretty much.
Like Demdar sounds like some sort of character from the He-Man cartoons. He-Man and Demdar.
Where I come from, thunk is a word.
Thunk, yeah.
They have thunk of many a thought.
Fine Ape says creek has two E's, making the E sound.
Remember the first time I talked to people from Wisconsin, they were talking about, hey, we're going to go to the store. You want to come with? And I'm going to come with you? No.
Pennsylvania's the same way. Pennsylvania, what do they say? They end with prepositions like if you're gonna go outside, you say, hey, where are you going? I'm going out. Out where? Out. I'm going out. I'm going outside, out, whatever. Yeah, it's like that here too. That's a big thing.
Oh, I used to, going up to Michigan, they always say use guys, and I'd always get made fun of when I'd say y'all.
Yeah. In Pittsburgh, it's yins guys. Yeah.
Y'all.
I still get made fun of the way I talk. I don't care.
I was told down in Texas, y'all is one person, all y'all is a group of people.
Nah,
all y'alls. Yeah. Add an S to it and you put all in front of it.
Well, y'all is a group, and then y'alls is multiple groups, and all y'all is just several groups.
The whole battalion.
It gets complicated sometimes.
You gotta love Southern English, though, don't you?
Yeah.
We sound like dumbasses, but sometimes we actually know what we're talking about.
Yeah, but we may sound like it, but what people don't understand is we're probably the most intelligent people in the world.
Pretty much.
Let's not get crazy, okay?
We know how to live life.
Hey, Hank Williams Jr. said it best. Country boy can survive.
Exactly. That's like my favorite song right there.
So midnight, that means you're shit out of luck.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
But there is hope for you. You're still, young enough to move somewhere where you can.
CloverTech, I sent you a link, CloverTech. Did you not get it through your email? Oh, hold on a second. I sent it through Hangouts.
Midnight's new to this, and he's having trouble figuring it out.
Gosh, how you doing, buddy?
Yo.
Hold on.
Welcome to this
One
cluster
second.
of a conversation.
I think
Therefore, I am.
You are what?
here we go. Now I got this sumbitch figured out here.
Bitch.
Bitch.
You sumbitch. There is no way that you could come from my loins. When we get home, first thing I'm gonna do is punch your mama in the mouth.
In the mouth.
There you go, Clover. I think
over this idea, and I kind of want to get your guys' opinions on it.
Your guys' is okay.
I'm thinking about putting together a pass around box. Put a dozen or more parts and pieces, this, that, and the other thing, grips or triggers or this, that, or the other thing into a box, ship it off to somebody. That person grabs an item, puts an item in the box, and ships it off to the next guy. And we just pass around a box. Thoughts on this? You think this is an interesting idea? You think it's dumb? Anybody got thoughts on that?
That's not a bad idea, I don't think.
Eventually, it's going to get pretty expensive to ship.
Yeah.
Somebody takes some AR-500 and drops it in the box, it's going to be pretty expensive shit.
And your mailman's gonna hate you. Hosh, how the hell did you get how you doing, man? How the hell did you get a link into this damn thing?
I don't know. It was in the lobby thing, and I just clicked on it.
I may put the Hangout link in the lobby rather than the YouTube.
Nice job, Gary.
And I couldn't delete it.
Sorry. Should I go? I'm sorry. My bad.
No, that's cool, man.
You're good.
I was funny. I was just looking at the chat, and I looked over. I'm like, "What? Who the hell is that?"
Who the hell is this asshole?
When did Willy Wonka get into the chat?
Yeah, exactly. You know what that people give me shit on that outfit all the time. Do you know what that outfit's from, by the way?
Your way?
That outfit in my picture. Do you guys know where that outfit's from?
No.
Okay, well, get ready to eat your words. That's Cy Tolliver's outfit from Deadwood.
Oh, nice.
Like
I thought it looked familiar.
That is legit his costume. Like that is my father-in-law bought it, or my stepdad bought it, and that is no joke. From when he walked into Deadwood, when he got off the stagecoach, and when he opened the brothel, that is the fucking 100% costume.
I carry my revolver
That
in
is
single
awesome.
actions. It said, "Is this shit live or am I high?" You are high, sir. You've been carrying with you've been sniffing all your too much hoppies.
Did I click a link or did I get high?
All them hopies.
My phone just went ding. Next thing you know, I'm bullshit in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well. Now, Hosh, this is I just got a computer tonight, so opened up.
Congratulations! Welcome to 2018.
I know, right? We haven't had one for a while. Ours died, and we just didn't have the money to put into it. So this is sort of a maiden voyage. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you this much: we lasted a pretty good while talking about food compared to your other chats lately.
What was it? 3 laptops in 2 days you went through?
Yeah. Yep. 3 laptops in 2 days.
You got a where's the chat for this? Do you have a chat going?
It's on YouTube. I never hooked it up to. I haven't hooked it up to gun channels yet. I don't know how to do it. I still need to learn how to do that.
Yeah, we still got some training to do with this one.
This wasn't supposed to be anything other than a, hey, look, I got a computer. What's going on? And then hang it back up. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of
So
Dragging
what's
on.
Turned into a clusterfuck.
The maybe
Yeah.
up at
what
3.
is the YouTube? What is your YouTube channel? Your
Midnight Range TM.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Just
I'll give you a +1 there on the subs.
yeah. Thank you. Oh, look at that, dude. Oh, that's it's blowing up on my phone. My phone's going nuts. The computer's going crazy. Got a Hashnazi staring at me.
No.
Didn't call him a Nazi, did you?
The word is Cap'n. Fine Ape. What's up, Cap'n? Captain Crunch? Captain Crunch is some good shit. Can't go wrong with Captain Crunch.
You like it with the crunch berries or just straight up?
I don't know, man. I think that depends on the day of the week, right?
You're like on your how you're feeling that day? Like,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Just
If he's feeling kind of
Captain
berry.
Crunch.
You ever go all berries though? You ever go that wild all berries day? You got that crazy all berries day?
Nah, but you remember, like, was it a year or two ago, and they were doing the Lucky Charms with all charms?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
That was crazy. But
Do you want marshmallows? Could you imagine the kid who was like, "Hey mom, let's get down on the fucking all marshmallows," and some dumb mom's like, "What is this? Oh, it's all marshmallows? Yeah, okay, that's a part of your balanced breakfast for sure."
either that, or could you imagine being like a 6-year-old kid? Your mom hands you the cereal box. She's not paying attention. You open that son of a bitch up, and it's like the Ark. It's like the Ark in Raiders of the Lost Ark when it like glows gold.
Yeah. This is some kind of glorious accident. I now believe in a higher power.
And it's okay for kids, but when like your mom looks in the box, it melts her face like a Nazi.
Yeah, because it's just 100% sugar.
because an adult can't handle that much awesome.
Wow. You know what's good? Taking regular Captain Crunch and mix that with vanilla ice cream. And if you haven't tried it, you need to.
Peanut butter Captain Crunch too. My mom used to do that. She used to take peanut butter Captain Crunch and put it on ice cream. That was pretty good. Cereal's pretty awesome stuff, man. It's just a shame that it's like $14 a box now, you know?
Dollar store, it's not.
Yeah.
Of course, it's probably 2 years out of date.
It don't matter.
It won't kill you.
That's true.
Get the cheap knockoff. What was the King Vitamin they called it?
King Vitamin. It's like some kind of horrible King Kong knockoff.
Always buy the generic brand stuff. Hey,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it comes in 10, 15, and 28-pound bags.
hell yeah.
And it was unsweetened, if I remember correctly.
At that case, just go to Sam's or one of the warehouse stores. You can buy a pallet of cereal, all for $5.
Ozark says, look through the cabinet. You have to settle for frosted shredded wheat. That's not a bad cereal.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's good cart
Nothing
bait.
wrong with that.
That's good cart bait right there.
Great value. Brand is your friend. No, I don't know. Revolver says you can't cheap out on cereal. I don't know, man. I think if it was up to me, I'd buy cheap cereal all the time. My wife likes to insists that the expensive stuff tastes better, but I think that's just a wife thing, you know.
You know, I can agree with that to a point, but with like pop, you don't get off name brand pop at Sam's stuff or whatever. No, it's got to be Pepsi.
Exactly. Well, I don't know about Pepsi, man.
Oh,
That's
Pepsi,
pushing it.
Jesus.
But it's got to be
I
Dr.
can't-
Pepper, maybe.
Oh, I can't touch Pepsi, but I'm down with the Dr. Pepper.
I can't stand Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is nasty. And Mountain Dew is even worse.
Oh, Mountain Dew's the best, man. Mountain Dew. I mean, the origin of Mountain Dew is like moonshiners. You mix that. You're supposed to put booze in that. You're not supposed to drink that straight.
Do shine.
Yeah, that's right.
There we go. There's Dr. Pepper right there. I'll give you some points, even though it's diet.
Yeah, I gotta say though, I support the regular Dr. Pepper. I can't get on board with the diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It's yeah, the flavors going on there. You know, that's the thing. You know, that's what they tried to do, that whole ad campaign on the flavors of Dr. Pepper. There's so many complex flavors in it, but then they just kind of murdered all of that when they made the Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, Diet Dr. Pepper. It tastes more like Dr. Pepper. Tastes more like Dr. Pepper than what?
Yeah, exactly.
than a retarded cousin of Dr. Pepper.
Dr. What is it, Mr. Pibb?
No, I mean, but Mr. Pibb at least tried to copy the shit out of Dr. Pepper. Diet Dr. Pepper is its own crazy bastard child.
Oddly enough.
Gary's.
Uh-oh.
Do it. There you go. There you go.
See, Gary's all hopped up on Diet Dr. Pepper. Look what he's doing.
He's watching Yankee for too long, and now he's cutting up NRA cards.
Freaking out, man.
As long as Gary douchebag did on that video, what was it, last week, where he cut his AR in half?
Oh, yeah.
Who did that?
Have you lost? And all he did was break the fucking law. That's all he did with that gun. All he did was buy a replacement barrel, and he's good.
Yankee did that?
Yeah, no.
No, what
Nah,
Yankee?
some dude.
Oh, the guy on Facebook.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, they think that's just an airsoft gun he cut up. Because, I mean, when you see the cross section of it, the barrel doesn't look right. None of that looks right. You don't even see the buffer tube. Like, not the buffer tube. The recoil tube.
Doesn't it look like it's like
gas tube, sorry.
almost like pot metal or something? Like when it doesn't look
it's
like
bullshit. It looks like bullshit.
Somebody else was saying, I was listening to a chat and I forget who the hell it was. It was Clover's chat where he had the two guys on. Clover, that was your chat where they were saying that was not illegal. He was not making an SBR. It would have been considered a work in progress or something.
Yeah, I remember that.
No, I think that was one of Matt's. I think that was P226 Nut was talking about that or something.
Oh, you might be right. Like his dad was a gunsmith or something, or
Dad owns a dealership.
Something. I don't know. Yeah, that's
dealer.
Yeah, but that was supposed to have been a fully automatic M16.
Bullshit.
What the guy said, like, there's no way he would try. Anybody would do that.
It's like cutting an car in half.
Well, you're talking what, $40,000 you just cut?
I was gonna say
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, like we just said, it was a fully automatic airsoft gun, maybe.
Yeah,
that's what he said on the video. Fully
buy
automatic.
those.
Or a M16.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No bueno on that one. I don't know that I give my authenticity points to that.
I know one thing: when the ATF comes knocking on his door, you better have one to show him.
Well, you know what? I'll be honest with you. So this happened. This happened already back in 2012. There was a guy named Brian Schatz in California. California has a really good gun community for 80%ers, and this asshole, he got in Cal Guns. Cal Guns is a really good forum for Second Amendment enthusiasts, and he found a build party, and he went and he built an AK-47 specifically to make a hit piece for Mother Jones, that fucking bullshit website. And his expose, quote unquote, is how people are able to build these guns, and how, he was trying to make the point that they should be illegal. And what he did was he then took it and he cut it in half with like this guy on Facebook, basically cut it in half the wrong way. And so I made a video about pointing out how, listen, regardless of what I feel about his personal opinions, this guy basically committed a felony, and he didn't mean to. Like, I don't think he wanted to commit a felony. I don't think he's a bad guy necessarily. I think his ideas are wrong, and he went about it the wrong way. He burnt a lot of bridges with good people that he fucked over in Cal Guns. And I said, listen, he himself fell into the hole of committing a felony, trying to create an expose piece or this investigative journalism bullshit, and nothing happened to him. Nothing happened to him. The DOJ never contacted him. He never got investigated or whatever. And he did. He just cut it in half, and then he actually videoed him throwing it into a trash can. So he improperly destroyed the firearm.
Right. I was going to say improperly disposed of it. Yeah.
He doesn't have an understanding of what demilling is. Demilling is you got to cut quarter inch of metal out of a receiver in 2 points at least. He didn't do any of that. He just cut it down the middle and threw it in the garbage and thought that, okay, we're good. We're all set. But that's the problem, right? Is these laws are stupid. They don't do anything. They don't mean anything. They're just there to, like, I don't know, hurt people that don't mean any wrong to anybody.
Yeah.
Even the liberal dude who's trying to make a hit piece gets caught in it, and he's technically illegal of a felony, if you think about it like that. That was the point.
Well, and when you talk about a lot of these laws, that's the big thing that comes to mind is, and I've talked to some of the law enforcement that I know. Who's going to go out? Who's really going to go out and enforce all this is the thing.
Exactly.
If everybody sits there and goes, no, I'm not going to turn my stuff in. Who's going to enforce it?
Yeah.
Well, no, and I talked about this, I think, a night ago or the other night. It's not that they're going to enforce it. They're going to wait for you to mess up. And then when you mess up and they come in and they start looking around, then they're going to find all your shit. And then that's when you get extra charges thrown on top of you. That's what they're going to do. That's how it works. It happened it just happened in California. There was a kid who went to school, and he said he was going to come back and he was going to shoot the place up.
Yeah, his brother.
It was his brother. It was his brother's guns. It was his he was a vet. He was a honorably discharged veteran, and he had some firearms in California. Some of those firearms have to be registered as assault weapons going forward, but we're not there yet. But the news gets a hold of it, and they're like, "Oh, he had illegal guns. He didn't have illegal shit." Like, there's no evidence of that. They're throwing these claims around, and they arrested the guy.
I'm pretty sure they had just moved from like Texas or some other state, and he had his mags, and I think that he had 30-round mags that he brought into the state. I think that's one of the things they got him on.
That and a illegal transfer or an unregistered handgun,
AR.
and then an unregistered. It was both. Yeah. He had an unregistered handgun and an unregistered "quote unquote" assault weapon.
Yeah,
that was
I think they can get you for every damn mag though too, right? That's like if you have 10 mags, it's 10 charges.
Well, yeah, but the problem is that they have to prove it. So it's true we're going to a point where you can't have any standard capacity magazines, and then that becomes in itself a problem. That is a true statement. But there was a time where you couldn't draw any lineage to where you got the magazines from, unless you had PMags, because PMags are a relatively new magazine. But if you had a surplus mag, like, how do you prove when I bought this? You can't. And there's no ownership papers, there's no serial number, there's nothing like that. There's no date stamped on it. So how do you prove that I illegally purchased this? You can't.
Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, I have to work tomorrow, so I am heading to bed. I will catch you all later.
Yeah, we should probably do this because this was supposed to be like 20 minutes, and now it's been like 2 hours.
Oh.
It's okay. Your wife's probably still watching Gunpowder. I think she's still on.
Yeah, she hasn't checked in to be like, "Oh my God, what the hell are you still doing on?" I'm waiting for her to pop in.
Well, I think your laptop works.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to get it so that I can embed it over in Gun Channels, and then I think we'll be good to go.
Good stress test.
Yeah, it really was. It was. Well, Giz helped me out. I opened up a Hangout with my wife just for her to practice on Hangouts a little bit, which was nice. And then had Gary jump in, so we just kind of built up to it a little bit, make sure that it didn't crash and burn. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was good. It was a fun learning experience.
For sure.
Very cool. Oh yeah, Ozark out there. He said, "Look how much Randy Weaver lost for cutting a barrel and a hair too short. Why shouldn't this guy get the same treatment?" Yeah, that was. I was watching one of the documentaries on Ruby Ridge, and that was one of the first things they said was all this chaos and these deaths and all this horrible stuff that happened over a $200 stamp.
Yep.
Crazy. Oh, it was with his daughter. That's what I was watching. I watched an interview with his daughter. That was crazy. The daughter that survived. That's a mess. Very interesting to look back on that stuff when you're an adult. You know what I mean? Because you remember, like I remember Waco when I was young, and how you think about it then versus you think about it now. You know, you think about it then, and I remember watching it and being I don't remember what year it happened. 90. What was that? When was Waco? 94. Does that sound right? I don't know.
I want to say 94 as well.
Somewhere in there. So I was like, I don't know, 14 or something like that or whatever.
93.
Yeah. So I was like 13 or something. I remember watching and being like, why won't they come out? You know, like why did they let it be such a big deal? Why didn't they just let them come in and look? Or why didn't they just give, you know what I mean? Like you assume that they did something wrong. And then you get a little bit older and you look back on it and you say, oh, okay, now I see. You know, now I understand. It's, those who do not understand history are doomed to repeat it, right? They say.
That's right.
That's crazy. So I found myself like kind of looking back on that kind of stuff recently, while I'm at work or whatever. I'll put on like a documentary or something like that on YouTube and listen to it while I'm doing prep or whatever. It's super interesting. So, all right. Well, let's knock this shit off, huh? Go to sleep.
All right.
That sounds good, but the sleep part ain't probably coming.
Yeah, well. You're a little bit behind, right? What time is there? An hour back, right?
Yeah, it's an hour back. We're central. I still got some website stuff to do.
It's not even 1 o'clock here yet.
Yeah, you're what, 3 back? 3 back. It's 12:41. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very cool. So, Tardot, are you guys making it out to Tulsa for sure?
Yeah, we've already got the money set aside, and we're just working on that. And I got to get the hotel reserved. I think we got till the 21st.
Nah, you guys will have a blast, man. I wish I could make it out.
We wish you could too, so you could cook for us all.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, hell, man, you guys start throwing money in a hat, and I'll be kitchen bitch the whole time. I don't mind if that's what gets me out there. That's what gets me out there. I'm fine with that. Now, my wife and I actually were talking about it today. We want to try and maybe come out for the next one. Maybe bring, make it a little family, couple of days just to get away. It's just kind of a hike, man. Pennsylvania's pretty far away, so getting out there with a 3 or 3.5-year-old, he'll be 3.5. Then that's a lot of road trip if you're driving,
Oh, believe me, we've done it. We've driven my dad's in Michigan, and we've driven up there when my son was 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So we've done that.
So Pennsylvania, what's going on? What is this show? Shoot?
Oh no, we're talking about Tulsa.
Okay.
I was just talking about now things at the restaurant are actually getting a little bit better. I got a sous chef that just started, so he'll be full time here after this coming Wednesday. So hopefully things will start settling down a little bit. I can get some time off and be able to actually deal with life, you know what I mean? And not just be, chained there.
Yeah, plan for it because.
Sorry.
No, that's cool.
I was going to say, what kind of restaurant?
We do Asian American. So that's cool.
That's a lie. It's a Waffle House.
It is, but it's an Asian American Waffle House. I bet you never saw one of them, huh?
Where's this? Where are you at?
It's in Central PA.
Oh, okay, right on.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's why now that you're sub to it, if you go back and watch some of my videos, there's some Asian influence or Asian ingredients in some of them. It's kind of fun. But yeah, we want to get out. It just seemed like such a good time, and being able to get out and interact with all you guys and meet all you people would be just super cool,
Plus, we'd be able to harass you face to face.
That's true. I mean, I sometimes I feel unloved with the virtual harassing. I mean, Jesus. I could wear my Clover Tack hat, my hat and beard.
I don't think you're going to get a rise out of Clover. It looks like he might be busy eating a sandwich or something.
He fell asleep on the crapper again.
You ain't gonna wear that. You ain't gonna wear that out in public. Come on.
Hey, St. Patrick's Day is coming up, buddy. You never know.
Well, that's true.
I wonder if you get a Gun Channels patch to stick on it. There you go. And be ready to go. You guys will have a blast, man. That's really cool. There's so many people going too. There's like fucking 30 people going out.
Yeah, I think it's about 20 something of us.
Somebody said 25, but I heard, that was like 2 weeks ago.
My work.
Oh, it's went up since.
I'm going.
What are the dates on that again?
I forget.
April is 7th. Is that right?
It's that weekend of around April 7th. I think it's like 6th and 7th, 5th and 6th, something like that. That Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
April 7th and 8th, 2018. Yeah. Then November the 10th and 11th.
November 10th and 11th. Might try and swing that. It's not super busy right around there. Time for a Shamrock Shake, Ozark says. I did see that yesterday. I stopped to get some nuggets for the little man, and they had the Shamrock Shake there. Shake a shake a shake shake.
Oh yeah, they're back right now.
Yeah.
Clover, you like the Shamrock Shake, or you just get kind of shit?
You know what? I don't even remember the last time I had one, man. I was probably just young.
I don't know that I ever have.
I know I've had one, but God, I couldn't tell you. I mean, Jesus.
I thought the Shamrock Shake was the Tactical Leprechaun Dance.
And do the shake.
Where do they do that? Where's the Shamrock Shake from?
McDonald's.
Well,
it's like the Monster Mash. It's the Shamrock Shake.
I don't go there enough, honestly. So.
Yeah, I like my hamburgers fresh. Yeah. Fresh, never frozen. Although I'd go to Whataburger, not Wendy's.
They got to have two. Well, McDonald's has to have essentially two things that they don't have all the time out, and that's the McRib and or the Grand Mac.
What's a Grand Mac?
It's a big monster Big Mac.
Oh yeah.
It's the regular size Big Mac that they used to have.
Oh.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Regular patties in it. Yeah.
At least the ones around here, they have 3 of them now. They got a Mac Jr., a Big Mac, and I forget what.
Yeah. That's how they are here too. They have the 3 sizes.
It's like a double.
I was talking about the other day that I haven't had in forever too. Somebody said something about onion rings. I was like, man, I haven't had a bloomin' onion in like 15 years. I could really go for one of them son bitches.
Oh, with the sauce. It's all about that sauce.
Yeah.
The sauce is the jam. That's what you want.
Well, our Outback around here closed. So
I watched a thing one time, a little segment on food innovations or food inventions or whatever. And the guy that started doing that for them still works there. He's like one of their corporate chef now. And they have this cool little machine. It almost looks like one of those apple cores or apple slices that you kind of push down, and it makes it all the cuts in it, and it just opens it right up. I forget how many pieces of onion there are, like 100 and some, or it might even be more than that in one onion. They grow these onions especially for them. Some farm somewhere in the United States, they're like freaking 3-pound onions. And he's like, yeah, when we first started doing this, we had to cut everyone by hand with a paring knife. I was like,
oh man. Oh my God.
Think about that. Yeah. Screw that. Right.
Actually, it's not the cutting that's the problem. It's holding it together while you cut it. That seems like it just fall apart. It would just start to like.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, now they just have this thing, and it's almost just like a press, it just and cuts it all
like
up.
A
ready
bagel
to go.
cutter of onion.
Yeah, kind of. I'm trying to think what it would be like. I don't know, but he's like, yeah, we used to do these all by hand when we first started doing them. I'm thinking like, oh my God, dude, you shot yourself in the foot there, huh? I hate doing freaking spring rolls because they take so goddamn long.
My wife is Chinese, and her mom, we live in Southern California. Southern California is like the mecca of Asian food. But her mom, Chinese, but from Vietnam, And when they fled here from Vietnam during the war, they ended up opening a restaurant. She was the cook. And so the food we get from her is just insane. It's
that's awesome.
It's the best ever.
Yeah, that's awesome. We had I used to work with a woman that was Vietnamese when I was young. I was like 21. I was just a cook. She was too, and she was older. But she was good. And I was working at the country club at the time, up at the grill. And I remember the chef kept bitching about he's like, man, we was missing these steaks every once in a while. He'd miss we'd get in these 8-ounce steaks, filet mignons, individually vacuum sealed or whatever. And you keep track of that kind of stuff. You always have a count going. That way, if something happened or, whatever, just to keep an eye on your costs or whatever. And he'd be coming and bitching and be like, man, where are these steaks going, guys? I know there's one missing. I know, he's like, what the fuck's going on? He was pissed off. Nobody knew it, but for a couple of weeks in a row, a couple times a week, she was, there was these 2 golf members that used to come in and get it. And she was making lo mein for him out of filet mignon.
Oh my God. Oh, that's the worst meat to do that. That's the wrong idea.
So yeah, she didn't give a shit. So these guys were ringing in like a $6 burger and eating something that should have been like $25 or $30 probably. The cost. Yeah, and she didn't give a shit. She just knew they liked it, and that's what mattered to her. She was like, "Oh, it's good. It's good.
It's good. Yeah. You like it's good."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it was good. It was really good. It was.
Sure.
Remember having it. But nobody realized she was doing it because she was working this weird early lunch shift. She would do breakfast and then the first hour of lunch before really there was anything going on. But I remember we came in and we were catching all sorts of shit because they of course assumed it was us with 21 years old that we were stealing shit, and we weren't. It was a 60-year-old Vietnamese lady making filet mignon lo mains. It's funny. Fine, Ape. Ape, you're talking about going to Tulsa. That's 12 hours. I don't know what it is from here. I looked it up. It was 14 or something, I think. Or 7.
Yeah, I think
drive from me.
I think Rocall was talking about going too.
Where's he at?
Rocall, Indiana, I think.
Yeah.
Gary, you only got 3 hours. Hell, that's nothing, man.
Yeah, it's just a short jaunt for me.
Yeah, that's cool. That's from here to not even Pittsburgh.
If memory serves me correctly, Cutlery Lover, YouTuber Cutlery Lover is in Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yes,
somebody should drop a message to him and tell him to go out there. He might already be. I don't know.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I want to. And the wife was all for it. She's like, "Oh, you should try and go out. You should try and go out." And I'm like, "Dude, it's too soon. There's too much going on for us right now." But going out to JM Davis looks awesome too. Just being
I think that's the part. I think that's the part me and Gunpowder are kind of excited about. It's going to see that.
Yeah, the sort of gun nerd side of it. Just looking at the the historical stuff is really really cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, I ever since I got this 8mm that I have, it's kind of sparked my interest in older stuff and stuff with a history. It's pretty cool. It makes you, when you actually hold something from, this is mine's from 43. When you actually hold something like that, it makes you think a little bit, and you realize how far back stuff goes in history and the bad decisions that have been made. Sometimes that's kind of how I look at this one, because it's a Hungarian rifle that was made after the Nazis took over Hungary, and they were like, "Oh, you're going to make this rifle for us now." So it's it's got the eagle and the swastikas on it and stuff, but it was after the occupation, so wow. Makes you think a little bit. You know what I mean? Kind of what we're dealing with now a little bit. They couldn't protect themselves. Defend themselves. I guess I should say defend, not protect so much. All right. So it's 4 o'clock here, and that's ridiculous. So I think we shut this down, huh?
That sounds good to me.
So
All right,
I
take it
appreciate
easy,
it, guys.
Take it easy.
Thanks for showing up and having some fun.
Laptop
here. It was
works.
a good
Laptop
time.
works.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a good show. So yeah, I hopefully on Sundays we'll be able to. I'm not 100% sure. I probably do invites every Sunday. I can't see why not. So if you guys are interested in hopping on or whatever, just make sure I have your email. Yeah, we have a good time with this, you know.
Hey, you always know I'm always up pretty damn late, so feel free.
Yeah,
Hey,
know.
as long as it's on after foreign and domestic, I'll come around.
yeah. I'm late, man. It's 10:30 at night my time. So, you know, after The Walking Dead, I'm not all about competing with The Walking Dead. You know what I mean? After Yankee gets everybody all riled up, and then they can get a snack and watch some zombies, and then it's me. So that'll be very cool. So I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
You bet.
Easy, guys.
Have a good night. Get some sleep. Thanks.
Yep, you too.
Later.
Thanks, Midnight.
Yep, buddy.